Assalamualaikum to Madam Datin Haja Aryani binti Abdullah and everyone. My name is Nura Aini Najwa binti Shazul Rizal. We'll start the presentation with what is SME. Small and medium enterprise are businesses with revenue, assets or employees that fall below a certain number. In Malaysia, a business can qualify as SME if it meets either one of the specific criteria, namely sales turnover or full-time employees, whichever is lower. Businesses are categorized into three types: micro, small, and medium. The category is determined based on the annual sales turnover or the number of full-time employees. For businesses in manufacturing sector, a medium enterprise in manufacturing has a sales turnover from 50 million ringgit to not exceeding 50 million ringgit, or a workforce from 75 to not exceeding 200 full-time employees. Small enterprise has a sales turnover 300,000 ringgit to less than 50 million ringgit, or workforce from 5 and less than 75 full-time employees. For the businesses in the services and other sectors, a medium enterprise has a sales turnover of between 3 million ringgit to exceed 20 million ringgit, or a workforce from 30 to not exceed 75 employees. A small enterprise in services and other sectors has a sales turnover from 300,000 ringgit to less than 3 million ringgit, or between 5 to less than 30 full-time employees. A micro enterprise in any sector has a sales turnover of less than 300,000 ringgit and less than 5 full-time employees. Next, I will pass to my groupmate Nur Aina Biha to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Aini. Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Aina Biha binti Muhammad Nazri. I will explain to you about SME issue that rise from our article, which is critical problem and possible solution. For the first one is lack of accounting knowledge. SME often outsource their accounting work due to a shortage of accounting knowledge among staff. This lack of knowledge can lead to poor management control and decision-making process, negatively impact the financial viability of SME. For the next one is lack of proper record keeping. SME often neglect proper accounting due to lack of financial management awareness and no requirement to publicly disclose financial information. They find reporting regulation burdensome and are unaware of the importance of adhering to this standard. For the third one is lack of ICT usage. The rise of ICT has significantly transformed the business environment, making IT knowledge essential for SME to stay relevant. Despite this, many SME show low level of ICT usage. This is often due to senior manager lacking IT skill and finding the system too complex, expensive, and not tailored to their needs. For the last one is limited financial resources. SME face resources limitation in technology, finance, marketing, and staff training. In Malaysia, they struggle with lack of capital, poor financial record, high costs, and debt collection issue, which prevent them from investing in R&D and adopting computerized system. This financial weakness hinder their development and competitiveness.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Elisa Balkis binti Jaafar. Today I will present about investment appraisal. What is investment appraisal? Investment appraisal is known as capital budgeting, which is a decision-making process of selecting and evaluating investment long-term. And then it's important because it's involved with a huge amount of cash flow every year. Now we will move for the next question, which is question 6, Penta SDN BHD. Based on the question, we need to find initial outlay. Firstly, we need to calculate the cash outflow, which is the purchase price of new machine need to add with the installation, modification, and transportation. So we will get the cost of machine, which is 520,000. And we need to add with the compensation to workers, which is 30,000. And then add the working capital, which is increase in inventory, which is 20,000. And we will get the total of cash flow 570,000. And we need to less with the cash inflow, which is a sale process of old machine 100,000. And then tax gain, we need to find whether the machine has a profit or loss on disposal. The formula is selling price minus with the net book value. Selling price is 100,000 and net book value is 115,000, and we can see that selling price is lower than the net book value. So we will get the loss on disposal 15,000. For the tax gain, we will use the 24% tax rate on loss on disposal. We will get 12,000. So we will get the initial outlay, which is 458,000. Next, I will pass to the Najiha.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Najiha binti Muhammad Sharif. So now I will explain how to compute differential cash flow. First of all, the basis formula to calculate differential cash flows is benefits less cost. As you all know, Benta Sindran Berhad considered to replace old machine with a new machine with a useful life of 5 years. The information given states that new machine will enable the company to increase sales by 250,000 for the first 3 years and 300,000 for the remaining years. Therefore, I make two columns consists of first column is for the first 3 years and second column for the fourth and fifth year. Increase in sales is considered as benefits. Next, there is two items under cost. Firstly, there is increase in expenses that represent 45% of sales. Therefore, for the first 3 years, 45% times with 250,000 and we will get 112,500. Same goes with the fourth and fifth year, which is 45% times with 300,000 and we will get 155,000. And we need to know this increase in expenses is exclude depreciation. So, we need to compute the increase in depreciations. Increase in depreciation is the difference between the depreciations of old machines and depreciations of new machines. The computations of depreciation is cost of old machines 300,000 divided with the useful life of 10 years. Hence, we will get the depreciations of old machines amount to 30,000. Same goes with the computations of depreciations of new machines. However, cost of new machine consists of purchase price 500,000 plus installation cost 15,000 plus modification cost 3,000 plus transportation cost 2,000. So the total of cost of new machine is 520,000. However, there is salvage value of new machines amount 10,000. Therefore, we need to minus salvage value first, then divide with the useful life of 5 years. Then the depreciations of a new machine is 102,000 ringgit. So the difference between those depreciations is 72,000 ringgit considered as increase in depreciations. After benefits minus costs, we will get profit before tax amount 65,500 and 93,000 for the first 3 years and remaining 2 years respectively. Next, we will minus taxations 24% from the profit before tax, amount 15,720 ringgit for the first 3 years and 22,320 ringgit for the fourth and fifth years. After that, we will get profit after tax for the first 3 years of 49,780 ringgit and 70,680 ringgit for the remaining 2 years. However, we need to add back the depreciations that we minus before, amount 72,000. And at the end, we will get the amount of the tax differential cash flow, which are 121,780 ringgit for the first year till third year, and 142,680 ringgit for the fourth and fifth year. So I will pass to Anna to explain about terminal cash flows.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nurfarhana and I will be presenting about question A3, terminal cash flows. So first, we will use salvage value provided in the question in the first paragraph. The new machine will have a useful life of 5 years with RM 10,000 salvage value. And then we will add with net working capital recovered, which is increase in inventories stated in the question in the fourth paragraph. The company needs to increase its inventories by 20,000 ringgit. So 10,000 ringgit plus 20,000 ringgit, we will get terminal cash flows amounting to 30,000 ringgit. So for the next question, I will pass to Aini.
Thank you, Siti Nofahana. My name is Nuraini Najwa binti Shazuriza. Next is the solution for the NPV. How to find NPV? First, we start with the table. Put the amount of initial outlay in the cash flow table of the year 0 and multiply it with 1 and get the present value of 458,000 ringgit. And move to the year 1 until year 3 is the amount from after tax differential cash flow, which 121,780 multiply with amount of PVIF A year 3 14%. Next, for year 4 until year 5, the amount will take from after tax differential cash flow state the amount is 142,680 ringgit. We'll multiply with PVIFA of year 5 14% minus with PVIFA of year 3 14% and get 1.1115. So the present value should be 158,588 ringgit and 82 cents. And last but not least, for the amount of the terminal cash flow will be 30,000 ringgit multiplied with PVIFA of year 5 and 14% and get the answer of present value is 15,582 ringgit. Total up, the present value should be negative 1,104 ringgit 73 cents. And next, I will pass my presentation to Nur Ain Shuhada. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Ain Shuhada binti Maslan and I am from JAC 1105A. Today I will present about IRR, Internal Rate of Return. So the company Benta Sediran Berhad get the IRR is 15.90%. For the calculation is positive NPV rate plus positive NPV rate divided by total positive NPV plus NPV negative times with higher rate minus lower rate. So for the lower rate, we use 12%. For the present value, year 1 to year 3, we get the amount 292,491 ringgit and 20 cents. The 4 year to 5 years, we get 171 ringgit 644 and 4 cents. For the year 5, we get 17,022 ringgit. Then for the present value of cash flow, we get the total up is 481,157 ringgit and 24 cents. We minus with initial outlay, which is 458,000, and get the answer for net present value. For the 12% is 23,157,000 ringgit and 24 cents.
Thank you, Ain. Next, I will explain to you guys about the concept of the payback period and how it applies to our project investment analysis. Our initial outlay of 458,000 in year 0 represent our upfront investment cost. Over the next 5 years, we receive different cash flow. For the first 3 years, our annual cash flow is 121,780 ringgit. In the subsequent 2 years, the annual cash flow increased to 142,680 ringgit. As you can see in the table, that is breakdown of our annual and accumulated cash flow. The payback period is the time it takes for us to recover our initial investment from the net cash inflow. To calculate the payback period, from my observation, by the end of year 3, our accumulated cash flow is 365,340 ringgit, which is short of our initial outlay of 458,000. In year 4, the accumulated cash flow is 508,020 ringgit, surpassing our initial outlay. Therefore, the payback period falls between year 3 and year 4. To find the exact payback period, we use the formula as shown in this slide. Hence, the payback period for this investment is approximately 3.65 years. Next, I will pass to Najia to explain whether the company should invest in the new project or not.
Thank you, Nabiha. So my decision is the company should not invest in the new project because of our net present value NPV is negative, which is 1,104 ringgit and 73 cents. The best way to decide whether the company should invest in the new project is choosing a project that comes with the highest net present value or equal to 0. So I will pass back to Anna to tell you guys the advantages of using profitability index as a capital budgeting technique.
For question C, 2 advantages of using profitability index as a capital budgeting techniques. First, easy to understand and communicate. It is convenient to be used by companies. The second advantage is suitable for companies with limited investment resources or funds. It is a safe technique to be used by companies. So for the next question, I will pass to Ain.
For the next question is provide advice on the action to be taken using the selected decision making techniques, which is 2 techniques. I choose the first one is payback period. Payback period should be accepted if it is payback period is less than or equal to the firm's maximum desired payback period. The firm maximum desired payback period is for this company is 4 years. Benta Sendirian Berhad should accept the payback period decision making since the payback period for this company is only 3.65 years, which is less than the firm's maximum desired payback period. For the next technique of decision making is I choose net present value. A project should be accepted if the net present value for the company is higher or equal to 0. The net present value for company Benta Sendirian Berhad is negative RM1,104.73. Since the company get the net present value at a negative amount, the company should not accept the project.